Viewers, welcome to EduFlux video solution to learning with problem series question number 11. This question is based on locus diagram in network theory. So let us have a look at the question. The question says that this is a series LC network in which the values of L and C are fixed. Voltage source V of t is given as sin omega t. The frequency f is required to be found, for which the locus diagram will be a circle. The options are A for no value of f, B for any value of f, C a unique value of f, D none of these. Now in these kind of locus diagram problems, these are a bit more mathematical along with being conceptual. So coming to the solution. The solution looks like this. The network is again drawn with all the necessary things written. V of t equal to sin omega t, L and C. I of t is flowing in the circuit. L and C are fixed while f is variable. Writing the KVL equation for this network, V of t equal to V of L plus V of C, voltage across the inductor plus voltage across the capacitor. Now V of t is given as sin omega t, VL is L di dt, and VC is 1 by C integration of I dt. So writing the voltage in terms of this current, sin omega t equal to L di dt plus 1 by C integration I dt, differentiating both sides of the equation with respect to t, omega cos omega t equal to L d2I dt2, the second derivative of current with respect to time, plus I by C. Let di dt equal to d. Now following the standard method of solving a differential equation in which the complementary function is not required because this is not a generalized case, but this is a special or particular case in which the voltage V of t is given as a function of time, sin omega t. So the particular integral method can be used to find the definite solution as follows, taking d dt equal to d. So putting it in this equation, d square L plus 1 by C times I equal to omega cos omega t. Now rearranging, bringing it to the denominator. So cos omega cos omega t by d square L plus 1 by C equal to I. Now the second order derivative of cos omega t is nothing but minus omega square cos omega t. So replacing d square by minus omega square, the expression of I becomes omega cos omega t by minus omega square L plus 1 by C. Now rearranging and bringing C to the numerator, I is equal to C omega cos omega t by 1 minus omega square LC. Now V equal to sin omega t, I times 1 minus, now writing cos omega t in terms of I into 1 minus omega square LC by omega C equal to cos omega t. So students may be wondering why I was written in terms of this, cos omega t was written in terms of this. It is so because the identity sin square omega t plus cos square omega t equal to 1 needs to be utilized. So cos omega t has been written in terms of I, so that the locus diagram of V and I can be, the equation can be written easily using the identity sin square omega t plus cos square omega t equal to 1. So it is known as sin square omega t plus cos square omega t equal to 1. So V square plus I square into 1 minus omega square LC whole square by omega square C square equal to 1. Now coefficient of V square equal to, for the locus diagram to represent a circle, the coefficient of V square should be equal to coefficient of I square. Now the coefficient of V square equal to 1, so the coefficient of I square should also be equal to 1. So omega square LC minus 1 by omega square c square equal to 1. So omega square LC minus 1 by omega c equal to plus 1 or minus 1. This is a square term. Taking the square root on both sides will give plus 1 or minus 1. So omega square LC minus 1 equal to plus minus omega c. So omega square LC minus 1 plus minus omega c equal to 0. Now first taking the positive value in this equation and solving the quadratic by using the quadratic formula, omega comes out to be minus c plus minus under root c square plus 4lc by 2lc, and f is nothing but omega by 2 pi. Now in this case only the positive sign can be accepted, because if we take the negative sign, frequency come up to negative is not possible. And so using the positive sign in this equation, only one value of omega or f is obtained. Now if in this equation, if the negative value is used, so omega square LC minus 1 minus omega c equal to 0, and solving the quadratic by the quadratic formula, omega comes out to be c plus minus under root c square plus 4lc by 2lc, and f is nothing but omega by 2 pi. So in this case also the negative sign cannot be taken, simply because frequency can't be negative. So by taking the negative sign, another value of omega or f is obtained. By taking the positive sign, this term with the positive value, positive sign was obtained, and by taking the minus sign in this equation, this value with the positive sign can be accepted. So there are two values of omega or f for which the square of, that is this term, will be 1, so that this locus diagram equation represents a circle. So the answer to this question should be, as there are two values of omega or f that makes the locus diagram a circle, so the answer should be not no value or any value or a unique value. It is for two values of f that we get the locus diagram in V and I to be a circle. So the answer should be D, none of these. Now let us analyze the locus diagram equation a bit more to gain a few more insights into the problem. The locus diagram equation is this one. Now it is known from the basic knowledge of coordinate geometry that this second order equation will represent a circle only for the cases, for the conditions we derived here, that is for two values of f or omega. But for other values of omega or f, we can easily notice that this equation will represent nothing but an ellipse. So by varying the frequency or angular frequency f or omega of the source, what can we get? That the locus diagram in V and I will be either a circle for only these two values of f, that is by taking plus positive sign here and then positive sign here in the expression and the result, then by taking negative sign here and taking positive sign in the expression of the result. So only for these two values of omega, the equation will represent the locus diagram to be a circle, and for the other values of omega, infinite other values, we can see that this equation will represent nothing but an ellipse as the locus diagram in V and I. So I hope that this explanation of how the nature of the locus diagram will be for variable omega or f and fixed L and C for an LC network was clear, both by theoretically and from the numerical point of view, and that is how other locus diagram problems can also be dealt with, by writing down the equations and using any identity to represent some geometric like circle or ellipse. or any other geometric figure, like is done in the case of locus problems in general. So I hope that will be helpful. Thank you for watching the video.